Alright, let's just verify this connection. Alright, it's on. Everything's coming in. Cool. Alrighty. I'm gonna put my phone. I normally use that to monitor the chat. Yeah, let's see. Thoroughly unprepared, I know. Such shoddy workmanship. Probably hang around here for a few minutes when people show up. Oopsie, no, don't want to upload any of those. There we go. Oh, hey, look, it's me. Okay, cool. Let's see who the participants are. It's me and probably someone else. Alright. Well, I'll just hang around here for maybe a few minutes. But yeah, today's stream is Cold Waters. And why is this? How's the quality looking? Oh, my quality's probably shot because of trying to receive and upload stuff at the same time. Go ahead and pause that. More or less left this stream just kind of hang out there. So who's participating? I'm just curious. If you're here, leave a comment. I'll pretty much start once the first comment shows up. Don't want to do anything until there's someone in here, and I know that like occasionally the watching thing winds up being 2 people watching because I'm in here or something. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing set up. What was it called? Cold Waters. I am in love with this game. I love it. I was gonna record a video, but my I'm having a lot of fun with fraps. Most notably, it's occasionally canceling out my sound. Let's go ahead and start a new one. Call myself. Commander name Thomas A. Toad Array. No, just Thomas A. Towing. It's Polish, I guess. Stream. Sob. Quiet. Go ahead and kick off 1984. And I know a lot of you are looking forward to seeing the Los Angeles class submarine in action. If anyone would like to actually see a... Oh, hey Lion, what's up? You got a favorite sub? I got a Los Angeles class. Got the Narwhal class, which I currently have a campaign going on with this one, so I would like to avoid it. The Sturgeon class, which at this point would be the backbone of the fleet. The Permit class, a bit quicker than the others, a bit louder. And then the Skipjack, it's fast as shit, it's loud as shit. It's kind of like driving a speedboat, a really quiet, big nuclear speedboat. If I'm gonna play this one, I'd play the 1964 campaign. But yeah, Lion, I'll pin it all on you, since you're the audience member. Let's see who's around. Participants. Awesome. Cool, 4 people. I love it. But yeah, like in terms of detection, they all have more or less the same sensors, except for the Skipjack, which is relatively old. What's it? Loud, hard to use with detection. In fact, I think I'm gonna go with this name and skip over it. We'll go ahead and oh yeah, it is definitely time to sink some reds. That's my favorite part about this game. If anyone knows, not exactly the biggest communist supporter on my channel. I think we'll go with the Permit class, just because I don't think I've used it. And if I lose, we'll go ahead and we might go back to 1964 and kick some asses to Skipjack. But a Permit class for right now. Actually, no, let's go to 1964. I like the battles. They're slower paced and everything. North Atlantic. Tom S.A. Welcome to Northern Vietnam. So now we're kind of restricted. We've only got skipjacks, sturgeons, and permits. And they've only got hull-mounted sonars. Let's see. So the skipjack has a bigger active sonar, I think. The BQS4 active sonar. I'm not really sure what the difference in sonars are. These might want to... One thing I'd like to see is an addition of like more descriptions to the names, so that like this stuff has like a range or something. I think we'll go ahead and take the permit. Or no, actually, we're gonna go ahead and hit random. And we're given a Sturgeon class submarine, the Seahorse, SSN 669. Unless someone had a preferred submarine. Oh yeah, I love the game. So we go ahead and take this Sturgeon class and see what occurs in the world. Also, is this
Double check. So tomorrow at 10:30 you can start, right? Tomorrow at 10:30?
Shut the door. Yeah. I come back home from college and there's no privacy whatsoever. But yeah. So the Reds kick in the door on Czechoslovakia with 250,000 angry, pissed off Red troops and 2,000 tanks filled with said troops. And they're suppressing some shit and being angry. And the NATO's like, fuck it, we're just not gonna bother. We're too busy bombing farmers. And Lyndon Big Dick Johnson is busy bombing the living shit out of people, using his massive schlong to beat the crap out of them. We're retiring our old nuclear weapons to get new ones. The Ruskies are hanging out over here. Berishnev strikes back. Soviets commit to a snap exercise when Berishnev's pissed off at West Germany. And then, surprise, Brezhnev strikes West Germany. And we're like, cool, we're gonna declare war, brah. German border is a bit perfect. And so, we're just gonna have to hold the line for a while. A wolf pack of enemy Victor or November class submarines will attempt to break out North Atlantic within 7 days, where they will wreak havoc on NATO supply convoys headed for Europe. Cool. So, one interesting thing about the 1960s, we don't get rockets like Jihad. Or we don't get like harpoons or oh crap, what are they called? Tomahawk missiles. Instead, all we get are Mark 16 unguided torpedoes and Mark 37s wire guided torpedoes. Mark 16 can take out a ship in one hit. Mark 37, not so much. But they're quick to reload. And the submarines are alright. Another thing we don't have though is a towed array. I oftentimes have a hard time finding these wolf packs. It honestly kind of depends on where they come from. So we're going to go ahead and post ourselves up here off the east coast of Iceland. Sort of a listing position for your orders. Continuing course. It looks like these guys are probably our wolf pack. Looks like they might be trying to break out to the south. We'll await contact by P3 Orions and hide behind our SOSUS barrier. So we lose parts of West Germany. Not having much luck, it appears. There they are. And we will move to intercept and engage. So we're going as 10 knots, 250, no thermal layer, close to 15. That should be close enough to get anyone on the hull mounted. Contact bearing 161. So rich contact, designate contact Sierra 1, close to 15 nautical yards. Kiliyards. Con sonar, new contact bearing Sierra 1. I think we're looking for Victors or Novembers. I'm willing to bet that's November. November. Alrighty. Looks like they're both a bit deeper than us. Set bow planes down 10, down 10 for ballast. Go ahead and get our torpedoes set up. I want them to run straight and level. Snake search course is probably good. We need them to activate before they hit up there. How am I looking on those detection ranges? Couldn't find me if they tried, is what I'm getting. Okay, I'm thinking a descent to about 350. Okay, 325, level out. Increase balance to compensate for the drop. Okay. Now let's make like a hole in the water. Okay, there's no layers, so the second we launch, they're going to hear our transients. Those torpedoes are slow as shit. So what we're going to want to do is some good old-fashioned submarine following and crawl up their asshole before we fire. Any new comments? Yeah, I love torpedoes. I'll admit the missiles are fun, but I honestly find 1984 to be a little bit easy and overpowered, and just because the torpedoes home so accurately. Oh, thank you.
10:30 tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am. I find that the torpedoes tend to be very easy and accurate, and if you know how to avoid being detected, or if there's a layer, you can more or less remain undetected for the course of the entire mission. And I've sunk entire invasion fleets and never even been noticed. Just by sitting underneath the layer. I'll launch a spread of 4 torpedoes underneath the layer, they'll pop up underneath the thing, start pinging away. And you can tell when you hear the torpedoes, because everyone starts turning and then shit starts exploding. Now, let's see. And there she is. That's in November. Is she cavitating? So our new contact. Looks like there's a 3rd November. We'll let another wire-guided torpedo into there. With 8 torpedo tubes, they are a serious threat. We're just gonna kind of remain extra super quiet here. You can see it off there to the right. Oh, at 10:30. Okay, I'm gonna reveal to you, gentlemen, how absurdly rich my parents are. So basically, I'm a pilot. I've received pilot's training. There's a plane down in Georgia. I have to make a deal with a jeweler to sell some jewelry that my parents don't want anymore, which will cover more or less 3/4 of the cost of the plane. That's what's going on at 10:30. I'm probably the luckiest bastard in the world. The only reason they're offering to pay for it is because we're going to use it as a trainer, and like for stuff like my little brother and stuff who wants to learn how to fly, and it will save us a ton of money. But basically, I'm ridiculously lucky. And yeah, right now it's just a little bit of a standoff, a little bit of a waiting game. Just gonna keep giving the engine little taps. Don't want to know where I am just yet. Oh god. There we go. Rigging the ship for ultra quiet does have some pretty great advantages. G6? What is a G6? If you're talking about a Gulfstream, there's no way in hell I'm buying a Gulfstream. It's just a little rinky-dink little Cessna 172, but it looks like it's been well maintained. So we're just kind of coasting on that 1 knot left. We can go ahead and up the power. Center the rudder. Give me 10 degrees to port. I'll stop, and we'll just coast into position. Looks like these guys are being rather quiet, so we'll probably use a bunch of active pings, which can be dangerous if you use the turning search, I find, because the turning search can and almost always will turn back around and try and eat you alive. So there's the 2nd November class. They're behaving strangely as always. They do a lot of weird depth changes. Can't help but wonder if I popped up as a blip on his screen did knowledge. Like, why would you surface? I don't think they could find me if they started pinging away with their active sonar right now, though. Okay, so the one for him goes up. Strange. Don't ever really understand why submarines would surface. But yeah. We have great hull mounted acuity on these guys right now. I don't know what LFMF passive means. Yeah, I don't understand why that November is surfacing at all. Probably launch torpedo will go active there. I want to see this second November first. Looks like they're all three of them are at different depths. Could be a sort of listening strategy. I forget if Novembers are diesel submarines. If someone would like to look that up, it'd be wonderful. Because if they're diesel submarines, it would explain a lot. Because then that could just be someone needing to surface to recharge their diesel engines. And I always forget if Novembers are diesel or not. And if it is, we could have just caught them at a very untimely recharge. The thing is, they're not cavitating. If they were cavitating, I would understand. Because, that would mean they're running their engines real quick. These guys moving 10 knots, 10 knots, 7 knots. They're more or less holding in a formation. There's this guy. There is November 3. Alright. I had 1/3. Who has the best sensor acuity on me? Both of those guys. Okay. I'm going to try and sneak in behind them and give them really just a pitch of a surprise. I think our torpedoes have a 10-minute run time. I wonder why the Novembers are surfacing then. Oh, he's coming back down. Do they have oxygen scrubbers? If they could just be replenishing air. No, they would have used a snorkel for that. Well, let's see if he comes back down to the original depth. Also, let's check and make sure he doesn't know where I am. So that intercept course is trying to be about halfway between him and me. Which is really weird considering that he's, like, over there. So by the time he's right there-ish, torpedo will go active and hit the bug. Okay. Got an active sonar ping from one of the Novembers. None of them can hear me so far. Yeah, you can hear it in the background. Let me know if that turns up the sound for you guys. I'm still trying to figure out. But yeah, I'll also put myself right next to one so you can hear him ping. Just once. Yeah, buddy. You ain't hearing me. Not today. Is that a fucking May? I swear to God, they're everywhere. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Which November? I wouldn't be surprised if one of the Mays just found us and told the submarines. Oh well. No sense in going loud until you know. It's a big old game. Anyone ever read the book called Blind Man's Bluff? It's a wonderful book about this era of submarine combat, if you're interested. Alright, I'll stop. I'll be quiet. This guy has apparently gotten up to a level where he is very capable of hearing us. Can't hear us very well. He definitely can't hear us. Well, Mr. November, right now you're the problem child. If I were to launch on you, it's a range of 11. That's too far. What about you? Range of 4.5 is not bad. He would hear turn to burn, of course. But if it is a November class, they're not exactly the fastest ships in the fleet. And he is beginning to lose acuity on me. I wonder if that November will even be able to hear me. Yeah. That old devil is the Aleutian IL, so the Aleutian 38, otherwise abbreviated as IL-38. May, anti-submarine warfare plane, otherwise known as the Communist Orion. It's about as effective. Oh yeah. Let's just talk about suspense. Sturgeon class submarine. Sitting there thinking, oh fuck, I've got 3 Novembers off my nose. Okay, let's go ahead and do some final preparations. This guy's going high, this guy's going high, this guy's going low. So it looks like we're gonna have 2 high at the most. So I want these 2 going high in a snake search pattern, 2 going, 1 going straight and level, 1 in reserve in case we miss a shot, which may or may not happen. I've taken out all submarines in a single salvo before. Looks like he's coming back down. We'll leave that second torpedo there. It looks like there's always 1 up and 1 down, 1 variable, possibly 1 transit. Right now, we're just pretending to be a hole in the water, so nobody make a sound. See, I have faith that this boy will begin a turn. Right there. Gotcha, bitch. Now are you climbing up? Yeah, he's going up. You're coming down. You're coming down. You're staying up. Okay. You're going up. You're coming down. So, designate November 1, November 2, November 3. November 1 is up, November 2 is up, November 3 is down. Alright, prepare to fire. Alright, Tube 3, November 2, firing up, snake search. Tube 4, November 1. Tube 4, November 1, Tube 3, November 2. Torpedo away. Torpedo away. Okay, sink this boat. Ballast full negative. Dive plane set 10 degrees down. Now we just wait for the part where they hear us. That's the 3. Oh, good. That's wonderful. The 3 still has a wire on it. Possibly the best news I've gotten all day. Looks like they're going just a little too fast for their own good. We'll just go ahead and slink on down to about 900 feet. I think our crush depth in this thing is about 14,000. So we'll just sneak on down. Is this one going up or down? What are you doing? Oh, they have a 20-minute time in the water. Ooh, Cold War submarines. I don't think I've read it. I know I've read Blind Man's Bluff, which has details about things like, what was it? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. I think one was bugging the undersea cable under the Atlantic. Actually, I think I'll designate number one as a right-hand search pattern. Someone's heard us. Okay. November 1 has heard us and has gone loud as shit. Ain't no way in hell they're hearing us now. Okay. I think 700 is good. A great way to mess with enemy active sonar, which the Russians rely heavily on, is to just kind of sit on the bottom of the ocean floor, which in this case is about 1,000 feet deep, so, you know, not terribly deep. And the best submarine movie I have seen, I would say The Hunt for Red October, because, honestly, I just like Tom Clancy. But yeah, Mark, what are they called? Mark 37s are slow as shit. They got just enough punch to punch through a Soviet submarine. Oh, so this is on the normal difficulty. So don't expect any, I don't want to say absurd challenge. I could bump the difficulty up if things go a little too well. Okay, release ship from ultra quiet. Get those tubes back loaded. Since everyone is currently cavitating / shitting their pants, I figure I can be a little bit louder than normal. Okay, ahead standard. Let's get up to 15 knots in a pursuit course. Oh, okay, never mind. I had 2/3. That November has good sensor acuity on us right now. That's not good. Hopefully he will soon hear that torpedo coming at him, and he will lose that acuity in his desperate bid to survive. Otherwise known as he'll get smart, get the fuck out of the way. Hopefully this November doesn't travel too much. Looks like they're making a lot of depth changes. One of those torpedoes just went active. I suppose now the question is, does it find its target as it sort of snakes along? I figured the Novembers would try running. It's a little bit faster than them. It's gonna go up and skim along the surface though. Did that November climb? This November climbed. This November climbed. Looks like they are all deciding the surface is their best bet for survival. I do like these little torpedoes though. Yeah, man, it's out there. Okay. He's cavitating, he's cavitating. You're going about 26 knots. All ahead flank. I am going to catch these guys. They're all cavitating. Alright. Gentlemen, let's go get them. Okay, we're gonna lose sensor acuity on a lot of them. I think that one torpedo up here is just never really going to catch up. It went active too late. You really have to catch them early here, or put it right in front of them. How are my stores looking? 20 noisemakers. I really do need to bring more of those torpedoes, but there's... I don't know, you have to launch a lot of the unguided torpedoes to even score a hit. Oh yeah, I bet you he's fucking cavitating. What would the range to enable be on that thing anyway? Like 30? Jesus. I've got 2 out of 1. Bring us back to head standard. Head full. Head 1/3. I'll stop. Up. Make it loud. This is your new priority. Give me a shot. Fire. Weapon away. Yeah, there's no way in hell we're going to stay undetected here. Okay, head 1/3. God, that's such a fucking slow boat. Ahead flank. Rudder hard to port. At full. That would be a Russian torpedo. I'm betting it's going to come down in a big old passive circle search. I'll bet you did remember to go up, didn't you? Yeah, it's climbing. Yeah. Ruskies, sometimes have a hard time coming to grips with the idea of, let's go ahead and go up top, see what we can find. What's that? What the hell do you mean she sank? Well, what the hell sank her? There's torpedo number 2. There's torpedo number 1. She went too hardcore. Sank herself. Oh yeah, I love... Actually, Red Dawn is a nice movie. I like Red Dawn. Now, the sequel was a bit... The movie... The original was pretty good. Who's that? November? Okay, nice. I've got a fucking maze everywhere. Alright, steady on course 272. Anyway, that's what a November looks like when something rips a hole in it. I'm trying to think. You know what it might have been? It might have been her own torpedo. It did explode a bit quicker than I expected it to. She could have fired her own torpedo in a very close circle search. It caught onto the November and... yeah. That makes sense to me. Looks like they've evaded our other torpedo. Probably have to head back for some kind of rearmament afterwards. I know you. It's a Russian airdropped circle search torpedo. Just keep an eye on it. But yeah, someone upstairs is not happy with me right now. It's going about 10 knots. Same level. I'll match him and do him one better. Let's go 15. The shit. Okay. Collapsed his hull. I'm a little bit confused. So far, this is the most suicidal group of Russians I've ever seen. Let's see how we're doing. I'm a little bit confused. Yeah, there's me. But, like, what the shit? November's shouldn't just collapse like that. I guess he got a little bit greedy, went too deep. Alright, let's go ahead and work on confusing those active sono buoys. He's probably only searching here because of the November behind me. I tend to find that hanging out around sunk ships, the maze and bears tend to drop sono buoys more or less directly on top of them. Or at least around them, kind of in a search. Yeah. Vessels nearby. Just passed over me. Jesus Christ, man, are those depth charges? Noted, ensign. Ensign. Probably not an ensign. We sank 2 commies. One of the Novembers got hit, and the other November collapsed for some reason. Also, there's some really pissed off people named May trying to kill me. Okay, looks like he's trying to form a barrier. We're gonna go up to 600. Whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. Now we can go up to 600. Head standard. Give me a quick rise to 600. Never mind. Long story short, I'm playing a fun game of don't get touched in the funny place by the May with an airplane. Which we can really only hope shows us mercy and lets us pass. Please don't detect me. I don't think it's gonna find me, but yeah, it seems to be doing like a middle level search pattern. I think we're a bit deeper than that, but we're right there. Vertical evasion, man. It's terrifying. Just gonna put -5 into the ballast. Kind of a nice way of gliding along with the terrain. I want to glide a little bit closer. And there, I think that's the torpedo. Can I go now? Nope. Other vessels still nearby. Okay, I want to head full. I want to get up to 600 feet, drop a noisemaker, make a depth change, and steer to the south. Honestly, we're doing pretty well as is. There you are. I swear to God, that may. There's one November left in the area. And the planes tend to hold you because they can't kill you. Also, they dropped a little ring of sono buoys around that November. I think they've more or less spotted me, and they're tracking me on the MAD. As you can tell whenever their shadow passes over the top. I think I have to shake this November before I can shake the aircraft. Come on, buddy. There's a speed is nothing. I'm gonna bet you he planted his ass on the floor. I've seen it a few times. Submarines stick themselves on the floor. Give me a down low. Honestly, a right-hand circle search right above his ass would be good. But yeah, no, the planes are dropping depth charges and shit on me. You can tell they're doing a bunch of MAD detection right now. Magnetic anomaly detection. Long story short, I'm trying to find the November. November is not making my life easy. I'm gonna rig the ship for ultra quiet. See if that improves my sensor acuity / gets rid of this fucking airplane. As it stands right now, aircraft are mildly overpowered. Mostly in that they keep you in the battle. Right now I don't mind because those sono buoys are doing their job. They launch a few torpedoes. Ugh. That's okay, you know? I don't mind that stuff. It's when they're the only thing left and it's just kind of keeping me in the battle that I can't get away from the beggars. $59, $60. You can see him doing his magnetic anomaly detection passes. So yeah, game's a little bit buggy right now, but it's still some of the most fun I've ever had. Also, Ivan's hiding, but he sounds like this. One thing I don't understand is why he's got a frequency chart when he's not moving his engines. I understand it's partially so I can still find the bugger. But at the same time, let's just crawl towards him a little bit. Actually, no, let's stop here. I do not want to be in the range of my own torpedo. Found him. Hi, Ivan. How are you? Boop. Okay, cool. We'll do a snake search. Basically, that starts right here. Have fun, Ivan. It's set to go down even deeper. Let's just have it keep going. And this is how I deal with hiding Ivans. There. Go active pretty much right next to him. He deploys a noisemaker. Yeah, noisemaker your way out of this one. What? Torpedo, you okay? Please don't lock onto me. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Oh. Okay. Can I go now? Bullshit. Normally it just pokes a hole in them. That looks like it fucking... He was barely holding his submarine together and the whole thing just fucking collapsed. Alright. That's 3 Novembers sunk. Awesome. Killed the high priority target. Soviet subs spooked. Shit's good, y'all, is basically what this says. Incidents involving transatlantic convoys by hostile submarines. Naval submarine operations in the area contributing factor. So basically, it was all like, yeah, you're doing... the newspapers were like, submarines work, right? And Pentagon's just like, no. There's no submarines. So what are you talking about? We don't have submarines. Transatlantic crossings are great. A wolf pack of any submarines is returning, so that's Atlantic and now turns the Guik area towards the home base where you prepare for new operations. You'll sink them before you have a chance to rearm. Sure, XO, status report. How many of those super nice anti-submarine torpedoes do we have left? Not enough? Cool. Back to Holy Loach it is. What? I love the little stuff. We've been at war for 2 days. I am bringing so many more torpedoes. Get rid of that shit. There. That should be enough to spook all the Soviet subs. Hours of port cast off. Anchors a fucking hooey. Looks like we got some ASWs in the Norwegian Sea. Norwegian Sea seems to be the contesting ground right now. Red's in East and West Germany. They're trying to transit the Guik. We'll just go ahead and sit right here. We should spot them on the... There they are. Make best course for intercept. Oh, oh no. No, you can't catch me. I'm too fast. I'm at a speed. I'm at a speed that is greater than speed. And now we wait. Con sonar, contact bearing 282, designate CR1. Strong thermal layer, 231 feet. Strong surface duct. EXO status report. Close to 15. A foxtrot? What the hell is a foxtrot doing out here? Already got a firing solution on him. It's not bad, gentlemen. Okay. Does he see us? He sees us. Okay, time to be loud. Okay, let's go deep. Hello, Mr. Foxtrot. How are you today? Yep, that torpedo's coming straight for us, hard to starboard. Let's get below that, let's get below the thermocline. So that's the rescue torpedo. Don't think it'll come too far after us. I wonder if it's on passive or active. But yeah. I wonder if that's how it is in a submarine. If it just at any moment your world can be turned 30 degrees to the right, 30 degrees downward, while sinking at 30 feet per second extra. Hello, torpedo. Hello, torpedo. There we go. Vertical evasion techniques. Okay, do a surface search there. Launch another one. Whoop. Surprise, I have even more of these things. Actually, I want to start off just a little bit behind. Yeah, weapon break. Okay, cool. Put the new ones in. Really, there's not too much to it right now. We're just kind of waiting on those fish to find their fishermen. A diesel-electric sub, yeah. Diesel-electrics are good for stealthy operations, which require a lot of short-term stealth, such as, say, infiltrating commandos or such. They're good at this because they can be extremely quiet in the short term. Because their electric engines are basically just a battery. Have you ever tried to listen to a battery? It's about as loud. I mean, a nuclear reactor has a slow grumble as shit happens. But basically, the only noise-making thing on that thing is the propeller. It looks like he's just managed to evade our other torpedo. And this torpedo looks like it will come up short. How is Mr. Foxtrot looking for ability to detect us? Not good? Okay, a head full. It's more or less the bearing we were on. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And there goes my torpedo. Points up. I don't think it's going to find him. But I don't think that Foxtrot's about to outrun me either. slow it down just a bit. He's moving kind of quick. I'm moving kind of quick. Let's see. -2 in the passive. If I turn inside and cut off his turn. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and load one regular torpedo on the off chance that he does something stupid like surface and I get to ram one into him. I don't know if he's transporting Spetsnaz. In the 1984 one, I might say yeah. This looks like this is a Foxtrot though? Weird. I've only ever encountered Whiskeys and Romeos. I got into a really weird case where I just kept running into alphas in the 1984 campaign, though. Sitting in the narwhal, I just kept bumping into alphas, and I was like, shit. That is scary, man. You know what? You're being really loud, mate. It's 8.7 yards to enable. Take me behind him. And I'll have 1/3. You have a new contact. The wrong way. Birds of a feather. Okay, new contact, another Foxtrot. We're being hunted by 2 diesel electrics. It's time for me to beget. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Hello, Monsieur Foxtrot. I want to get real close before I do anything else. Like, try and launch another one. Looks like he's going 15-2. And he's coming down the layer to play with me. This guy's staying up above the layer. Can you hear me? Oh. Hello. That's a Romeo. That's a Foxtrot. Romeos and Foxtrots must look... Yeah, it's that last frequency line that really differentiates them. And the whiskey. All the diesel electrics really look the same. That's another problem with them. They're kind of hard to classify because of that. So if you mix a Foxtrot and a Romeo together, it'll tend to be kind of hard to figure out which is which. God, I wish I could launch conventional torpedoes at them. There he is. He's trying to get around behind my baffles. The Foxtrot's right here. There's a launch transit for the Foxtrot. Bring me hard to starboard. Keep that man in my sight range. Firing in the blind. Maybe it'll work. I want it to turn to the right. Now let's see, if the torpedo dives, we have a problem. If the torpedo doesn't dive, we don't have a problem. And I find these Russian earlier torpedoes just don't have the capability or the willingness to dive. Might just be a inability of the sensor. I think our torpedo's coming from under the layer, so we should be having a decently hard time of understanding how much he fucked up. I'm still anchor that rudder 5 degrees to starboard. I know it is quite surprising until you think that submarines only ever really saw combat in World War II, where the guidance was very much point and shoot, and submarines were quiet as shit. There was not even target motion analysis and stuff. Towards the end of the war, a few torpedoes had stuff like waycombing, but it was rather rare. I think it's found its mark. Okay, one is homing. Romeo, oh Romeo. But yeah. It sounds like number 3 is our lucky charm. This guy's good. Turning hard into it. I still believe in you, number 1. Do you hear that, Kami? It's the sound of freedom approaching you at 23 knots. Oh, come on! Man, these Mark 37s. These Mark 37s. Come on, man. Okay, I mean, to be fair, it has 16 minutes of runtime. And this dude has a torpedo crawling up his butthole. No. Left search pattern. Okay, rightward search pattern. Oh, Lord. Thank God for wires. Gotta make sure this dumbass torpedo finds its way to this stupid Romeo. Oh yeah, prepare to get liberated, bitch. Ain't much you can do this time. I also love that it shows up above the water. Do you feel that? Okay, rudder hard to port, all ahead full. Hey, there's no Russian ASW warfare planes. The Freedom didn't miss. The Freedom was merely delayed. Also, there's no anti-submarine warfare planes, which just tickles me pink. I wonder if they went up above the layer. If they went up above the layer, it's worth checking out. Alright. Study on course or whatever the fuck. Let me know if you hear anything that sounds particularly romantic. Speed of 15 knots. I need a course, gentlemen. Really? Coming towards us? What the hell is he thinking? I'm not a nice person, I don't think. You will all be liberated eventually. Death liberates us all. Oh, shit. I had a 1/3. But I 5 restart. Looks like he's got us on the active, probably. I'm gonna go ahead and say, 2-1, fire straight ahead. Hey, it's me. Your favorite torpedo. Oh no! Sink the boat. Let's see if we can hide from his active sonar by pointing ourselves directly at him and decreasing his acuity by like maybe 2. Possibly just 1. If that. I wonder if actually climbing and angling myself directly at him would... No. And 2 is on the Romeo. What are my chances? Someone give me odds of killing this Romeo right now. Okay, all betting's closed. Oh, and he takes it. Romeo, oh Romeo, how ironic is thy name. Instead of killing yourself by kissing poisoned lips, you can kill yourself by kissing my poisoned dickfish. You know, torpedoes are kind of like poisoned dickfish or something, I guess. Let's get a real torpedo in there. 10 out of 10. The lion wins. He wins the pot. What's the pot, you might ask? I don't know. You welcome to the crew. You get to pick the next submarine, because I'm an indecisive bastard. I love the Sturgeon class. And I swear to God, if you say skipjack. The skipjack is a wonderful boat, and it served the U.S. Navy proudly. But good God, man, it's old. You're like asking your grandma to fight World War III. Okay, can I go now? Who the fuck is also nearby? It's dead, man. Can I go now? No? Okay. They had full. I'm already at cruising depth. Whatever. I'm marking him as dead. In my book. He's deader than dead. He's too dead. Too dead to be read. Away we go. The only thing that can defeat liberation and this stream is that vessel's nearby bug, which means we might have to spend 15 minutes sailing at a head flank. Can I go now, please? Please. I'll be a good boy, I promise. No one is following me. There's no one left. How about now? Oh, no, not this bug. No. This is the most annoying bug in the entire game. There is technically a vessel nearby. It's probably on the floor. I'm not gonna find it. Because it's not moving. It's not making any noise. Technically it could shoot me, but I don't really know why it still applies this far away. There we go. Got away. Yeah, one Romeo probably pitched his ass straight into the floor and was never heard from again. Ooh, I like that. The little live stream comments pop up on the side of your phone. Can I get something versus surface targets that can't hide? Sublant was here. Using success, the Soviets should be aware that the Atlantic is our waters and that any attempt to operate in it will be forcefully dealt with. Message across. Cool. I'm a messenger. Oops, wrong button. Transatlantic crossings are getting to be even better because we're super ballers. Pattern movements when at sea, a small enemy force, including 1 or 2 ships, expected to sail from Archangelisk momentarily for a rendezvous somewhere in the Barents Sea. Ordered to find and sink this group. XO. Load for surface ships. Thank God. Okay, to the Barents Sea. Warsaw packed troops across the border into Norway. Spearhead divisions surged darkly from major bridges, railway crossings, and airfields in what seems to be a well-prepared and orchestrated attack. Initial reports indicate resistance fighting in the areas. Oh. We haven't started winning the battle yet, but we haven't started losing either. I'll bet you that that's the, what? Cool. We'll close to 20 and then slow down. It's not an SS. It's probably not a Sverdlov, a Moskva, or Krista. Riga? I could see it being a Riga. $900 feet down. Yeah. Alright, see you, Lion. Who else is still around? Let's see how this Riga is doing. Go ahead and stop. See what we see. It's not a Riga, that's something that looks almost exactly like it. It's Kotlin. No. There. There we go. Our first taste of Soviet surface warships. Got a Riga and a Kotlin. In the deepest water I could find. With this 1984, I might take this moment to do an opportunistic attack on them. But, I don't really see a point here. We've got torpedoes that occasionally hit the target. And this is an ASW warfare ship, so it's not exactly like he's unaware of the dangers. To surface up to 100 meters would be a bit dangerous. No, I think I'll just let them pass. Or at least get a good solution on this Kotlin. I'm going to be detected. I think. Two. If he doesn't the kick back this way, I'm gonna get got. That's another kick back this way. What's that Kotlin up to? It's just a very dangerous proposition to attack a warship at this stage of submarine warfare. Don't really have much that can engage them well. Actually, this reminds me. I had a question I wanted to ask, and I just want to make sure there's someone around. Oh. Okay, bye-bye everyone. Darn. Well, I'll probably play this mission, then pop out. Give me a hard to port. There's a third one. Man, I don't want to get caught up on top by a Riga. What's on top of that thing, I wonder? It's like a radar of some kind. Also, I just love little attention to detail in here. Like the little crewman standing on the rail, keeping watch. The medical first aid things, the fire extinguishers. I love the funnels are well done, the radar is well done. All of this stuff looks smooth. It only ever lags out if you stick yourself inside the smoke. And even then it's still pretty smooth. Like the entire game is just very well made. And it really stands out, and I really appreciate it. Like, this stands out to me as a very well-made game. Let's see, that's off to our left. I see right back there. To be honest, it could just be the other guy. No, there's definitely three of them. Yeah, this is definitely the wrong way to be headed. Into. Yeah, there we are. Kotlin and a Riga. Is it a Riga? It's not a Riga. Let's see, if it's anything interesting, we might go for it. So far, these are just ASW warships. No real point in tangling with them. It's Kaishin. So Kaishin, a Kotlin, and a Riga. Not really my idea of a good time. Looks like the Kotlin is one we really need to keep an eye on. but I think we can sneak in behind her. But yeah, this is a Kotlin. It's like a Riga, except I think slightly upgunned, has a bit more anti-aircraft defense. It's just an AFW patrol. Somewhat ironically for 1984, there's no point in poking the bear. And this is a Kaishin. This is the hunter-killer OHP of the sea in the 60s. It's got torpedoes and anti-submarine warfare rockets. I think. That's what those are. Long story short, don't piss it off. If you do piss it off, stop pissing it off. Go home. But I'm pretty sure you can load these up with torpedoes, then fires a rocket off at you. In other words, it's a very bad time. Oh god, he's coming closer. Oh god, no. Please, no. 5, 8. Oh boy. Please tell me that the bottom is somewhere nearby. Oh yeah, man. He's got us. Be careful, we're below our maximum safe depth right now. It's not a fun time in Partyville. Okay, release the boat from all quiet ahead flank. Someone drop a noisemaker. Get me up. Oh yeah, we kicked a hornet's nest. Okay, man, get me up to like 600. Okay, and now we dive away. Now we are going to ride that speed down. Come on. Oh god, someone read the Grey Wolves manual, didn't they? I think the real problem is he's got me on active. How are we doing? There's a hole in my ship. And they're flooding, not yet. Okay, gentlemen, bring me up to 600 feet. Sonar, I need a firing solution by the time we get up to 100 feet. We need to fire a spread of Mark 16s. Across the bow of this Kotlin. See if that doesn't shake him. Cavitating. Put this bitch down! shit, I recognize that. But haha, yeah, get some. Oh crap. Why am I flooding? Okay, I'm flooding. Someone please get the flooding checklist. Okay, we're gonna launch 2 of our super special tracking torpedoes up in a left-right search pattern. Have fun on the floor. Today's just not going well. Okay, you go left, you go right, both you go more or less straight up. And found something they liked. It wants to touch you. Just let it, man. Damage control, how are we doing on the flooding? There we go. See, it wasn't that hard. All you had to do was accept Jesus as my torpedoes. Oop. What are we doing for torpedoes? Got 2 of those left. I don't remember what we're doing. Oh, we're hunting tenders. Suppose we can always just wait for the water to go away. It'd be about 100 feet regardless. Oh well, for the time being, we will increase. Someone please, please, please get my flooding under control. Okay. Up to 59 we go. ASW patrols. Really put a dent in you. Oh. Man, they really did a once over on me. I need to get away from this stupid airplane. Just gonna take it down. Man, I don't want to hurt you. Come on, man, I've just sunk 2 of your buddies. Let's all just go home. I think this Riga is... Oh, shit. God, no, 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 no. Just go up, more up. Torpedoes hate going up. Fuck it, I'm gonna cavitate like a motherfucker. You can't stop me. Back on me, aren't you? My store's looking. I can probably just outlast this torpedo. Just forming knuckles and shit. There we go. All you please kindly piss off. I really do think the aircraft should have a set number of buoys that they're willing to expend on a single submarine. Something like 12. I know it's unrealistic, but honestly, you make the game a bit more fun by giving the aircraft a little bit less time on station. Something that you can more avoid them for a while instead of, I don't know, this being followed by one forever. Makes them just a little bit less dangerous. A little more clueless. Because, I mean, the real on-time station for one of these aircraft is like, what, 2 hours? And the game doesn't exactly seem the kind of game which wants me to spend 2 hours trying to escape. Oh shit, not the pumps. Shit. Too many holes. Fucking ASW. Yeah. Well, thus ends the tale of the seahorse. I poked a Kaishin. God, fuck that guy. Well, that sucks. Normally you get depth charged enough you can escape back up to your Escape depth. Yeah, looks like that is one for the Reds. Buggers. Long story short, I'm not that great in 1964. I sank a Kaishan, but and a Riga. I sunk a Kanan and a Riga. I think it was the Kaishan in the end that got us. Long story short, depth charges are a bitch. But I really think it was the airplanes. There were a lot of times there when I'd already dodged like most of the ships, and then the airplane was just like, oh hey, what's this? Drops sono buoy directly onto submarine. Like, I swear to God, I've been at periscope depth once, and I swear I saw a sono buoy come in and whack the damn thing out of line. Then he dropped a torpedo and it landed directly in the torpedo insert slot for loading torpedoes. In other words, those ships are... Those aircraft pack quite a punch. And I'm kind of pinning that one on the airplane. I had already lost the Kaishan at that point. Like, it was already more or less gone. Well, I think that's where I'm going to end this stream. It's kind of funny because that's the least successful I've had campaign so far, including my starter campaign. Which is just kind of funny to me. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and kill the stream now. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time. Goodbye.